morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers and Facebook Nation. Good morning to you all people, all languages, all colors, all races around the world. For men, women, children across this earth, have the most beautiful day, and may everything that you put forth come to fruition in a positive way. Before we start, click like, subscribe, share. If you see today, I feel at a loss, and again, I did a video about why I grind my teeth, and it's just that the things that are happening right now, going on in this world, are so not good for us. We do morning motivation, and we want to be positive about each day, but this is also why we can be positive about each day, because we focus on us. We focus on what it is that we need to do in order to be the best individuals that we can be. And part of that self-reflection is to acknowledge our potential, that no matter what life throws at us, we have the tools to make it. And what I want to say right now, first and foremost, is why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Is when I got up this morning, it was to a child in Westport, Connecticut being drowned. They believe that it's the mother because the mother was found, in the house, apparent suicide inside the house. And the thing behind this story is about why I always stress to everyone about reality, and why we need to stop chasing the carrot, why we need to stop chasing money, why we need to stop trying to put so much stuff in front of ourselves that if we lose all of it, we lose ourselves too. And this is the story. Like I said, my condolences goes out to the child, my condolences goes out to the woman, because even though she did what she did, her reality was that. So she was only acting out in her reality. That, the long story short, she was going through a divorce. Hey, record numbers, been saying it. So every time you hear about a mass shooting, every time you hear about a divorce or something like this happening in a divorce, remember, we're only in June, and we have shattered every historical record. And that's the ignorance that I always speak about in my other videos, where we can be blind to, hey, we've shattered records. By the end of 2021, we will have destroyed records. And then that's when the outcry comes to, hey, everything is out of control. No, everything is out of control now. And, for the people who went out there to do all this voting, all this record, again, that was a record-shattering thing too. Because people want to change. But then once they put somebody in office, everybody went back and put blinders on. But I don't want to go there. I want to stay with this story because I want to explain to you how reality works. That you can be around the most intelligence of people, the most beautiful of people, but when there's a separation in your reality, nothing lasts. And this is what people are finding out. Doctors are finding out, lawyers are finding out, celebrities are finding out, that with all that money that they've been chasing, and now it's time to settle down, they can't, because it's not part of their reality. They're trying to alter their reality to fit a narrative that they say, hey, if I reach this, I can do this. But when you reach the top of the carrot, there's another carrot that's there. So you're never going to stop, and you're never going to be able to alter your reality. The only way that we can alter our realities is to self-reflect. That we have to remember, that saying, we can't take it with us. And, I want to give you before we get back into the subject of what happened, I always do things about what's the difference between wealthy people and the average person. Let me tell you something about how they think. The only person that husband, because he was evicting the mother and his child out of that mansion, the only person he cares about in this scenario, and maybe not even that, is the child. He could care two craps about this woman, because if he cared about her, they wouldn't be going through the situations that they were going in, and so the difference between the average person, the difference between people who are truly wealthy, is they don't care. They do not care. They don't care about you. They only care about what it is. You're a trophy piece, no more, no less. And as you age, they will replace you. Even a woman will do that. A wealthy woman will do that with a man. So this is not something that is one dimensional. So this is why I say, we have to stop breaking our realities down to say, hey, it's different from this one, it's different from that one. No, 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 we're not different. We just only want to accept what we want and throw out the rest. But we have to realize that you can't do that, because there is nothing on the face of this entire existence, I'm talking about this entire universe, that goes to waste. Not one single atom. And that's a fact. Not even you. We think when we pass. No, not even you. All your physical properties are still here within this universe, wherever they may be, but they do not go away. So, to get back to, this the woman and the son, I guess they were going through this divorce, and then the husband, throughout it all, was like, you know what, now you got to go and fend for yourself. So this woman took her reality, her existence, and let me say this, whether you're man or woman that is watching, the person you're with, your partner, no matter who your partner is, you love that partner. It should always be a self-actualization. It's almost like, not that your realities are coming together, but you're strengthening one another's independence within your bond. And people will say, well, you're saying two different things. No, 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 you're not. Because remember, everything in nature works in harmony. So now, this woman was on her way out. I guess this was like the last week or last month or a couple of months that she was going to be able to stay in this mansion. You got to think about that. Her thing wasn't so much as the kid, and I'm going to, like I said, I'll never give you something that's not true, because, if you can understand your reality, then you can understand all reality. If you can understand nature, if nature is in that reality that exists within you. So, when the woman, she could have taken her own life. She didn't do that. She took that kid because she was like, hey, I'm taking him with me. I'm not leaving you with nothing. You've taken everything else. You're putting me out on the street. Now I have to become like the common folks. So now there's an ego that plays into this. That, it's bad enough that the society, the wealthy society, because that's one of the wealthiest cities in the state, this is the community there, probably kind of shunned her and everything else. So she was feeling the effects that, hey, you don't got what you got anymore. And that's what it is. When you live on that high up reality that everything is about me and look at what I got and look at what I got, I can guarantee you, you're going to go through the same thing of what this woman went through, through the community, where they watch her financial money dwindling. Now she was just an average person, and those same people who invited her to all these different events and all these different meetings and social gatherings, all that stuff was cut off once that relationship was cut off. And this is why it's important to know your reality, because your reality says that, hey, you don't want to be with me. Okay, I had a good life. I'll work at a coffee shop. Now that's a strong woman. That's a strong woman right there. And the same thing as this little guy. It's like, hey, we did this, and we're here, and you don't want to be with me. Okay, thanks for the ride. Thanks for the ride, lady. And I'll go work at McDonald's and flip burgers. Because people who are not filled with pride, they survive. People who are filled with pride, people who are not filled with pride survive. People who are filled with pride, these are the end results. 9 out of 10 times we're seeing it, where people have gotten caught, they've extorted money, whether it be people like Jeffrey Epstein, that they die or, they get wiped out, but the thing, like I said, the sad reality is that, we have broken every record. People are dying younger and younger, and my condolences as well to a 13-year-old in, I guess, Hartford, Manchester, East Hartford, Connecticut, who was found strangled in a basement. 13-year-old girl. 13-year-old girl. And we say to ourselves, is this just sad? But that girl was part of a record-breaking number of murders throughout not world history, our present-day history, since records have been taken. Her death shattered records too. So it doesn't matter, and condolences, I can go condolences, condolences, condolences. How much can we ignore? And one of the key elements of this is we have to, we have to really look at ourselves, that there are small little things that we can do, and that's why I say, go out and reach out and, say good morning to somebody. Not everybody is going to say, not everybody is going to view what it is that you do. And I've learned this firsthand because, a person had said to me a while back, and they're like, people just say hi just to say hi. That's how people look at it. So, when I'm saying good morning to people, there's a few people out there that say, you know what, I don't even like this guy, but you know what, hi, and go about the way. And then there are people that you meet that, they conversate, and, you feel like you have some kind of a, rapport where, everything is a positive thing and everything is good. And you find out that it may not be the case. That's just something that someone does, and, so, but what I say is, my response to that person was that, there's a difference. What makes a difference between me and the next person is I care. So I could care less if that person is saying hi just to say hi. I know that what I'm doing is enriching my karma. I know that I'm enriching, positivity into this universe on a daily basis, because I'll always try to do at least one thing, and that's just my goal. It's not to be your goal. But, what's important is for us to get back to our reality. What's important for us is to get back to, being human. With so many people, it's not that people are bad. We're not going to say that. It's not that people are crazy. It's not that people's realities are wrong. Let me be specific with this. Not to say everybody's reality is wrong. It's not. It's to say that, okay, you like green, I like blue. How can we coexist together? Okay? You like apples, I like oranges. How can we coexist together? How can we grow on the same tree? So we have to, our realities are never going to be the same, but we have to find the common ground. But what is the number one factor in anything, in any kind of relation that you have, is that those relationships nurture you. That the people that you associate yourself with are people that, really want to see you, really want to tap into your independence, as well as you helping those people to tap into their independence, so that, you don't have to play the mind games. You don't have to be the one-up. You don't have to be the chaser. You can just be two people, going through life and, sharing experiences. I'm not saying, just two people. I'm saying even in a group, even in a family. And, like I said, we can't, I don't blame, to go back and end this, I don't blame the woman, for what she did. What she did was wrong, and, she's got to face her own, consequences behind her actions. But what I am saying is that I understand her mindset. I understand that mindset because it's what we see on TV, it's what we are taught when we are young, it's what we are brainwashed to believe as adults. And right now we're living in a world where we have a bunch of adults running around, and the kids are acting actually more mature than the adults. I never thought I'd say that the world would become this way, And so, I say as a parent, I'm so happy that I have the privilege to, keep my children mentally grounded, that they become, self-reliant on themselves. So if, something is lost from them, they're picking right back up and not even missing a beat. And it's not to say that we have to go through emotions. You're going to go through emotions to go through what you go through. But at the end of the day, you can have anything that is material, you can have it. And that's what I always say to my children. As long as you're honest, you should never feel down. Because if something hurts you, or, something ends, you've done your best. And maybe that situation might not appreciate your best, but this situation will. And you'll never know where your life's journey is going to take you if you want what's hurting you in the past. It's like, oh, I can make this work, I can make this work, but over here is greener pastures. So, this is why I'm ending with this, because instead of, when that mansion, she was losing the mansion, that's material. There's greener pastures over here. And she didn't want that. She stayed in that reality, and she wiped out everything of her existence that went with it, that went with her, which was her child. And blessings to the Lord above that, blessings be for that child, blessings be for the 13-year-old young woman, young girl who, out of Hartford, Connecticut, who lost her life over the weekend. So with that, everyone, I say, we stand strong in this, and, it's okay for us to feel, And if you're have the time today, let your prayers go out not only for the 3 victims that we talked about today, um, but for all victims, because like I said, every morning, every weekend, every day you are hearing about multiple shootings of multiple people. Something never ever have happened before. So I just want to leave you with that. However, let that motivate us to be more positive, and to push for different things, to ask more of our politicians instead of gun control, after school programs for the kids, summer jobs for the kids, winter jobs for the kids. We talk about all this infrastructure, but yet and still we'll spend trillions to fix potholes in the roads while children are killing all their high school buddies, all their high school people. It doesn't make sense. So let's start asking the world, our politicians, ask the right questions and stop letting them dictate what we should be thinking. And that's what's happening right now. So with that, everyone, have an awesome morning, have an awesome day. Apologize for being so long, but I had to get that out there. I had no intentions of doing a video today. I was actually doing it tomorrow. So I want to end with Juliet, thank you. Besa Clara, thank you. Wayne, thank you. Chili, thank you. Dennis Jr., thank you. Ooh, ooh. There's a bunch of you. There's a bunch of you. Oh, Nadia, thank you. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody for wishing me a happy birthday. Even though I want something different. So thank you, and I know that you guys do those good things anyway. So thank you so much. And with that, everybody, peace.